state-of-the-art.
All right. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy 666 coming at you with another comic book haul video. Hope all's well with everybody. Like the last video, I'm just gonna start turning and burning, man. I'm just gonna show you guys books that I picked up. Things that I'm into. Some of this stuff is not necessarily spec. It's just things that I enjoy, whether it be the artwork, the stories, just it's all about what you like. It's all about what you like. Anyway, let's get this started. We've got the New Mutants number 5, the annual. The reason why I grabbed this is just a dope Rob Liefeld cover from 1989, man. I know people hate on Rob Liefeld, but I've said it before and I'll keep on saying it. He was the man in the 90s. People couldn't get enough of old Rob. But anyway, like I said, no spec. I just think it's a great cover and it was a good storyline back in the day. Atlantis Attacks. Speak of a great storyline, crossovers, we've got the Avengers number 17, the supersized annual. This is just part of that Evolutionary War storyline. This was just a cover buy for me. This is Batman number 18 annual, Elseworlds. I just saw it, liked it, so I grabbed it. We've got Lenore number 1. This was just a cover buy. It's not the best condition, but you know, for $1, I had to get it. I enjoyed reading this series right here. We got Batman White Knight number 1. If you haven't read this, do yourself a favor, man, and check this out. It was a great story. I think I've talked about this book before. This is Alpha Flight number 14. I believe this is the first appearance of Elizabeth Toy Youngman as an adult who becomes Talisman later on. A book that I said I never thought I would find, and once I found my first one, now I just keep on finding them. This is Earth Mightiest Heroes, the Avengers number 41. I believe this is King the Conqueror's son or something. This is Boulder the Brave number 1. This was a 4-part miniseries back in the early 80s. I actually pulled these off the rack back in the day, but I found these out in the wild. I think I got all 4 for like $5 or $6. There's some rumblings out there right now that we might see Boulder. We'll see. Anyway, I picked this up, like I said, a nice little set. I got number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. And I guarantee you these can be found in a dollar bin near you all day. I've shown this before. I found another one. This is the West Coast Avengers number 21. This is where Hank Pym and Moon Knight join the Avengers. We've got Warlock and the Infinity Watch number 2. I believe this is the first full appearance of the Infinity Watch as a team. Don't quote me on that. Go do your research, but I think that's what it is. This is Action Comics number 598. This is the first appearance of Checkmate. I've shown these books before. This is Daredevil number 13. It's just part of that Echo storyline. I just bought this for the cover, man. I just really like this a lot. This is that Universe X number 6. Up next, we've got Fantastic Four number 358. This came out in 1991. This is the first appearance of Pybok, the Power Scroll. If anybody's keeping up with trends, there's some spec that he might show up. If he does, it'll probably be in that Secret Invasion. I think that's what people are thinking. And it can't hurt. I mean, if you find it for cheap in the back issue bin, why not? But I wouldn't go crazy on this. Check this out. I found a Dead World number 5. I thought that was an interesting cover. They actually cut this out, and it's just regular comic book paper, not cardstock. So this thing probably will be damaged very easily. So I definitely didn't take it out of the bag. It's a pretty clean copy. From what I can tell, it hasn't been torn, ripped, or anything. I've seen other people talk about this, and they say when they find it, it's usually torn in the corners. So if you ever run across it, it could be something worth picking up. I found Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, number 114. Ever since I bought that second appearance of Poison Ivy that showed up in a Lois Lane book, I've kind of been looking at these, and if I see something that piques my interest, I'm gonna pick it up. Just like this. There's no spec on this, just early appearance, I think, of the Thorn. This is Adventure Comics number 392. Like I said, no spec. I just thought it was an interesting cover, and some I picked up for cheap. I liked it, so I got it. I thought this was a pretty cool find. It wasn't that Doctor Strange Master of the Mystic Arts number 1, but this is number 2, and it's a beautiful cover, man. So yeah, I had to get that. Let me grab my next stack. Found this in the 50-cent bin. This is the Defenders number 1. We've seen the previews for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, And they showed in one of the clips Doctor Strange wearing this Defender's costume. So, yeah, I was on the lookout. Also on this cover, you've got the uh, first cover appearance of Hulk as the Destroyer, Null, the Destroyer of Worlds. And I'll talk about that little bit later. But anyway, I found 1, 2, 3 copies of that. This was a cover buy for me. This is the Uncanny X-Men number 6. I just liked it, so I grabbed it. There might be a first appearance or something in this. If you guys are interested in it, go check it out. Now we're just going to get into some dope cover buys that I got. This is Shadow Man number... Let me see, what number is this? Oh, there it is at the bottom. It's Shadow Man issue number 5. I believe this is an homage to The Thing, the movie The Thing. I just like this cover. This is Avengers Forever number 2. It's either a Mark Brooks or Daughterman cover. Anyway, it's really nice. I like it. This came out not too long ago. Yeah, I picked up 2 of those. Grabbed that Thor number 21. This is a cover buy for me, man. This is going to be a cover I think people are going to want one day in the future. Just a beautiful. Is this Annie Granov? Just a dope cover, man. Anyway, this is Gunslinger Spawn number 4. Dope cover. I picked up a few of these, but I'm only showing 2. Let me see. What is this right quick? We've got the X-Deaths of Wolverine number 1, the Stormbreakers variant. Just a sweet cover. X-23 and is it Honey Badger? Is that what they call her? Yeah, I had to get one. We got some Jenny Frizen goodness. This is Catwoman number 39. You know I had to get a couple of these. This J. Scott Campbell, Mary Jane and the Black Cat number 1. Of course, I picked up a couple of those. As well as this Catwoman number 39, the Jeff DeCall or Deckle. Got a couple of these too, but I'm only showing 1. I thought this was a nice cover. This is Grim Fairy Tales number 56. I'm sure everybody knows about that Wonder Girl number 7. Just a beautiful cover, man. Speaking of dope covers, we got She-Hulk number 1, the Jen Bartel. Got a couple of those. I got an Art Germ number 1. I had to get Adam Hughes number 1. Definitely had to get that. Nice covers. Finally got me one of these ENIAC number 1s from Bad Idea. This is the reprint. I had turned on to this. You guys should definitely be consuming as much content as you can. It definitely will give you a heads up when you're out there digging in those long boxes. Anyway, this is Infinity Wars Weapon Hex number 1. I believe this is an amalgamation of Psylocke and X-23. I got number 1, number 2, and the annual. I also got the 1 in 10 for that. Nice. Here's a book I thought was interesting. This is X-Men, all new X-Men number 33. Uh, does Miles Morales join the X-Men? I don't know if this is a variant or just a cover A or cover B, but I saw it and I had to get it. Talked about this in the last video. I've been buying these up. This is that 7 Secrets number 13, I believe. The 1 per store. What is this? Let me see. Hang on. Another 1 per store. This is We Only Find Them When They're Dead, number 10. This is a dope cover. This is, oh man. Anyway, this is that 1 in 30. I want to say from Dynamite. I think it's either Red Sonja or Hell Sonja or what. It's one of those. Anyway, I just thought it was a dope cover. I had to pick it up. Speaking of variants, we got the X Deaths of Wolverine number 1, the 1 in 25. It's not a popular cover. It's not doing very well on the secondary market, but I just liked it. I didn't buy it for what it's doing on the secondary market. I just got it for me. We've got Star Wars number 20, the 1 in 25. This called a little heat a while ago. This is that Once and Future. What issue number is this? Anyway, it's the 1 in 10, number 24. And this is dope black and white. And I also got the 1 in 25. Speaking of 1 in 25s, we got that Venom number 4. And I showed that Defenders number 1. Well, this is the 1 in 50. Nope. This is Defenders number 3. I thought that was the 1 in 50 for a minute. Speaking of dope books, check out this Frazetta cover. We got Verotica number 5. That's a beautiful cover. Frank Frazetta, man. And this is what has gotten me into these books with Null, the World Breaker, whatever they're calling him. His first appearance was in Fear Itself, Book 2. There's something about some hammers dropped from the gods onto the planet, 7 hammers or something, and they were picked up by like the Hulk, Juggernaut. I think Titania got one. Anyway, who was it? Thorough that I first saw talking about this. I just thought it was interesting in that same line with what's going to happen with Hulk number 6. Just people specking, but I just thought it was a great story and a dope character. So I went out to see if I could find them, and sure enough, I found that issue 1 or issue 2, first print. I found a couple of second prints of that book. And then it just started getting good to me. So I was on the hunt. I got a third print, as well as a fourth print. Is that the fourth print? Yeah, it is. Right down here, the fourth print. And that cover, the fourth print, they copied this cover right here, the 1 in 25. Just a dope cover. The Hulk. No, the Breaker of Worlds or whatever they call him. I think that's like the cameo, first appearance, whatever, but I picked up 2 of those. What is that? Price tag or something. Anyway, I picked up 2 of those. I think this is Fear Itself number 7, first full. Something like that. But anyway, just some dope pickups, man. I'm not saying there's any spec on it. I know people are talking about it, but I just like the character, so I went on the hunt. By the way, Star Wars is hot right now. If you're curious about that, I've talked about it before in a past video. Um, I've got a couple of just the regular covers on that. If not, there's a lot of people talking about it. Star Wars is just blowing up right now. All right, these last couple of stacks, I'm going to go through. I went to a dealer show a couple of weeks, and I just want to show you guys what I found. Just going to start off with some simple stuff. This is Mighty Avengers number 3. No spec. It's just a dope cover with the blue Marvel. I've talked about this before. Divergence number 1. I found another one unstamped, so I had to get it. I've talked about this. This is Secret Empire number 2. This is in that Isaiah Bradley vein. I think he becomes this guy. He's not Isaiah Bradley, but he becomes the second Patriot. I've shown multiple variants of this cover. This is Fantastic Four number 570, first appearance of the Council of Reeds. I found another one of these in the dollar bin, that Defenders number 1. This book is trying to do a little number something. This is Avengers versus X-Men number 7. I think this is where Namor declares war on Wakanda. I found 2 of these bad boys. Also found Bloodshot number 7. I think this is the first appearance of Ninjax. We've got Doctor Strange number 80. What's the significance of this? I've shown it before. Let me look right quick. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is the first appearance of Rentraw. We've got Fantastic Four number 245. First appearance, I think, of Franklin Richards as an adult. I just like this cover. I just like Jenny Frison. Anytime I find her stuff, I'm all over it, especially if it's something I really like. Anyway, this is X-Men Red number 8. This stuff I pulled out the dollar bins at this little show. But anyway, I grabbed 2 copies of that. Is this the opposite of the Illuminati? We've got Dark Reign, the Cabal. Is this the first appearance of the villains Illuminati? Maybe. Anyway, I found 1, 2, 3. I found 4 copies of that. And even though it's marked at 4, hang on. Even though it's marked at $4, like I said, these were in the dollar bin. I've shown this before. This is Osborn, Evil Incarcerated number 1. And I found a couple of these. So of course I had to get them. Shown this before. This is that Royals number 9. Since they're bringing in the Eternals. Who was it that showed up? I can't think of what they're called off the top of my head, but there's some beings that are on that same line, and this is the first appearance of them. And like I said, I've shown this book before. I picked up a couple of those. I told you guys I'm trying to find these bombshell variants. And speak of bombshells, this is DC Comics Bombshells number 6. Dollar bin. I found 2 of these bad boys. This was just a cover by. This is the Heroic Age of Heroes number 1. I just really like the cover. We got Brother Voodoo, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, the Black Knight, Thor. Just a dope cover, man. So I had to get it. As a matter of fact, I picked up 3 of these. I went from not being able to find any to now this is the second one I found. This is the New Guardians number 2. And now I'm rolling with these. I couldn't find these before. Now I'm finding them. This is that Ultimate Spider-Man number 2. First appearance of Lana Baumgartner. All I need now is to find that second print. More Daredevil Echo stuff. We've got Daredevil number 12. I've shown that book before. I just showed that also in this haul. This is number 13, number 14, and number 15. Nice. I told you guys, I like those yellow covers. There's no spec, but I just thought it was a dope cover. This is that DC Universe Rebirth Batgirl number 2. I think this one right here is a Francis Manapul cover. This one might be as well, but I know this is. This is. I think this is cover A, cover B. Anyway, that's a dope cover. But this cover right here, I had seen it and almost bought it off eBay, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna find this in the wild, and there's no spec value on this, but this is just a dope yellow cover. As a matter of fact, a yellow negative space variant cover. Check that out. Dollar bin, Batman Beyond number 13. Tell me that cover ain't beautiful. And this is a shout out to my boy Beauty Comics. Check this out, dog. I found my first one. Fast Willie Jackson, number 5. I still laugh when Beauty showed these. If you guys never seen his stuff, go check him out, man. That's my boy right there. He is off the chain. He definitely brings a whole new level to this game. He's needed out here. I really appreciate what he does. I was happy to find this. Check it out. This is the Amazing Spider-Man, number 1 of 2, the movie variant. And I found these. They had 2 and 1. This is number 1 and number 2. But of course, this is the book. This is the book that caught a little heat. $6, man. Can't beat it. And let me grab my last stack. These are the last few books I found at that dealer show. So I went from not seeing any to now running across them. This is Doctor Strange Damnation number 1. This book is catching a little heat because of this team up that we got going on. I think this is the first time. What is it? Blade and is it Moon Knight? Yeah, I think it's the first time Blade and Moon Knight show up on a team together. Anyway, this is the book number 2. Then I pulled these out the dollar bin. Number 1 again, number 2, number 3, and number 4. The only reason I bought this Fantastic Four number 347, I know it caught a little heat, but that is definitely, that has definitely died down. But the only reason why I bought this is because it's a second print, man. And I know I don't have a second print in my collection, but I'm pretty sure I've got this book. Speaking of dollar bins, once you get turned on, now you start seeing this stuff everywhere. I found again another number 1 and a number 2 of Weapon Hex. And here's another something else, that I'm starting to find out here. You guys got to get out there, man. Go check out these shows and stuff. You just never know what you're gonna find. I didn't think I would find any of these image books newsstands, but they're starting to come. This is Cyberforce number 2, and like I said, it's a newsstand, and it's not bad. I'd say it's a fine, very fine. And I also found number 3, the newsstand. I've got a number of these books somewhere in my collection, but I found another one of these. This is that the all new, all different Avengers Free Comic Book Day. I think one day we might see a version of this team. I really do. A lot of people are specking on the young Avengers, but we could possibly see this one day as well, or at least a version of it. I told you guys before, whenever I see this book, I pick it up. This is the Ultimate Fantastic Four number 1. I think this is the first time we see, or the first cameo. This is Reed Richards. He becomes the Maker. Found another one of these. This is Guardians of the Galaxy number 12. This is where Phyla-Vell becomes. I can't think who she becomes. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I talked about it before in another video. Now let me look, man. Forget it. Guardians of the Galaxy number what? 12? Okay. Yeah, this came out in 2008. This is where Phyla-Vell, this first time we see her as the Martyr. Starting to find some more of these Faust. This isn't the greatest copy. It's definitely destroyed over here, but sometimes, man, you just got to pick up what you find in order to keep bringing better things to you. But like I said, this is that Faust number 1. This is the Rebel edition. Love of the Damned, Act 1. And I found another one of these. This is Faust number Act 1 again. This is the 4th print. Finding these everywhere now. This is that Ghost Rider number 2021. This is the cameo, I believe, of David Battleino, who becomes Vengeance, I think it is. Found this for basically cover price. This is, or a little less than cover price, actually. This is the Amazing Spider-Man number 567. This is catching a little heat. This is the first cover of Craven's daughter. Is it Anna Kravenov? But that's not why. Well, I mean, we can kind of spec it for that, but I think also this is the first appearance of Craven's wife. I thought this was interesting. I found this, and it compelled me enough to go ahead and pick it up. This is the Dark Mansion's Forbidden Love number 3. I just thought it was a nice looking book, really well taken care of. You know, sometimes these things can be just destroyed, beat up. So if you run across something that you think is a nice candidate to add to your collection, pick it up. Finally found one of these. It's not the greatest copy, but this is that new X-Men Academy number 5. We got the first appearance of these two here, I believe. And I wanted this book when I heard about it. And I finally ran across it, man. This is that Doctor Strange number 10. This is the first appearance of, I believe, Doctor Strange's brother. And he becomes like, I think the character becomes, he becomes a vampire as Baron Blood, I think. But don't quote me on that. Do your own research. Found this bad boy. This is the Avengers number 260. This is the first cover of just like that, I drew a blank. Well, hang on. You know how it goes, out of sight, out of mind. We haven't seen these characters for a minute. Let me see. Who is this? There you go. First cover and origin of Nebula. Found another one of these. Miracle Man number 1 from Eclipse Comics. Alan Moore goodness. And I kind of talked about when I showed that 9.0 that I found for really cheap. 9.4 something. Anyway, I found another one. This is the Spider-Girl Zero. Man, I went to a con 2 weeks ago, and dude had on his wall that what if. He wanted 180 raw. I was like, man, I can't do it. I held it. I looked at it. It was a nice looking copy, but I just couldn't do it. Maybe one of these days. We'll see. Finally found this. About time. This is Batman Detective Comics number 850. I think this is the first appearance or the first cameo of Gotham City Sirens. Man, I've been wanting this book for like 3 years. Never found it, forgot about it, and then it finally shows up. Oh, here's a book I was happy to find. Check this out. Nice. Black number 1 from, who is it? Black Cape Comics? Dope. Finally found that. And the other book that I was just, I'd have gave him whatever he wanted because I just can't find it. And to finally run into one. This is at FF number 19, the first appearance of Anome. I mean, it's not even big spec or anything, but you know how it is when you want to find one, when you want to try and catch it at a decent price before things get crazy, and you just never do. And I was glad to finally find this. But now that I finally got my first, maybe the universe is going to open up for me and I'm going to find these everywhere. Oh, check this out. This is my first one that I found in the wild. This is Cheval Noir number 7. Just some Dave Steven goodness. This is probably where Adam Hughes got a lot of his inspiration from. Speaking of Adam Hughes, I'm starting to find these in the wild. Check it out. We got Wonder Woman number 153. 144. First time we see her in that armor. That's the armor they used in the movie. This is a beautiful cover. This could have been the end of the Wonder Woman covers that I was going to show, but I found a couple that I think are bangers. Anyway, this is Wonder Woman number 146. This cover right here, just dope. This thing is beautiful. This is Wonder Woman number 154. And like I said, man, I could have ended my show of Adam Hughes Wonder Woman on that, but then I saw this. Look at that cover. Man, both of those are just beautiful. And what's dope about this also, yeah, you see it. Newsstand, baby. Nice. But I was like, okay, we're gonna stop right here. That's the one. No. I was still pulling them out the long boxes, and I came across this. I said Wonder Woman number 159. Man, look at that. That is tight. And just when I thought it was done, man, I've been wanting this cover ever since I seen it. And this is another one that goes back 3 years, easy. I finally found this bad boy. Check it out. Wonder Woman number 188. I've seen so many people show this book and I couldn't find it anywhere. Finally ran across that bad boy. Nice. All right. This is the last few books. Like I said, once you get turned on to something, unless you guys are out there doing your research, you might just pass by something, and not even realize what it was. But because I was looking for these books, check this out. I found Fear Itself number 7. This is the 1 in 25. And look at this. I got this bad boy for. You see that? Oh no, does that show up? Man, dude had that in his box for $6. I couldn't believe it. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. And the last couple of books that we're gonna wrap it up with. I've been looking for this book, never ran across it in the wild until now. Finally got this bad boy. Like I said, maybe things are gonna really start opening up for me now. But check it out. Finally got my first one. Batgirl number 1, the new 52, the Adam Hughes. That's the first print. Finally got my first one. Man, I've been wanting that for a long time. Adam Hughes collectors, I'm sure that's a staple. Whenever they're out, they find it. I'm sure they grab this, hands down. And the last book that I'm going to end with, I was really glad to get this. The guy that I bought this stuff from, I think I bought like 8 to 10 books from him. And when I saw this, I talked him down since I was buying a bundle of books from him on this. I was happy to finally get this. We got War of the Realms, number 2, New Agents of Atlas. This is the first appearance of the Swordmaster. Yep, first appearance of the Swordmaster. Nice. All right. In my next haul video, man, I found some great books at this con. I look forward to showing it to you guys. Like I said, I'm just trying to get through this stuff as quickly as possible. I know this kind of dragged because it's just a lot of books, and I'm thinking that maybe I'm just throwing too much information out there. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna see how things go, and we'll go from there. Anyway, with that being said, this is your boy, 666. Until next time, I'm out.